Alright guys, there's going to be a couple rigs in the background. Try not to pay too much attention to them. Today's video is focused on doing some interior decoration on the truck, and in form of we're putting the seats in it. Now I've gone back and forth on tons of different options. I have some stuff in stock, I got some other stuff, and at the end of the day I was really leaning towards we just need to put the factory seats back in this truck to really harness that old school original kind of feel. Plus it's got, you know, 12 valve Cummins coil package funness. But I really hunted and hunted trying to find a set of seats for this truck that were, you know, the original style. And I thought, why not just hit the guy up that I bought the truck from? And lo and behold, the guy actually had the front seat and the back seat. About an hour and a half drive one way to go get these things, hour and a half drive back, plus about 35-40 minutes looking around his 200-acre property. And here they are. I would venture to guess these are the original seats out of the truck. They are in not very desirable condition. Nevertheless, the brackets and everything is ultimately what I'm headed for. So you got your back seat right here. That's just a straight bolt in. It doesn't have any slide rollers or nothing. And I thought, well, that's going to be the hard one to find. That was lucky he still had it. And the front one would be the same that, you know, the regular cab pickup would have. Now, I don't want to start tearing this truck apart because I want this to be a build later on. This truck was actually given to me. It's a 67 D100 two-wheel drive unit, hence the D. And it's got the normal door handles, not the refrigerators. But I mean, it's got a nice seat in it, good cushion and everything. Ish. But for the quality and the caliber that I'm aiming for with this 66 crew cab, I wasn't going to start robbing parts off of this truck. I mean, I need the hood hinges, I need the seat, you know, you name it, there's parts on this truck, but I want to keep that intact and just start sourcing parts elsewhere. But I started running numbers on how much it would cost to actually fix these seats up. On the low end, if you just got seat covers, you're talking $300 cover, not, you know, anything custom. That's just run-of-the-mill seat covers. $300 times 2, there's 600 right off the kick. I'm like, dang. And I'm having the hardest time trying to source some repop seat cushions, not only for the bottom, which would be a standard, you know, replacement, but then I'd also need some for the back. So even if I were to find them, judging by what some of the Chevy kind of stuff's going for, you're talking $300 for the covers, talking $300 for the lower cushion. Can't find the back cushion. You could be upwards of $2,000 trying to redo those two seats. And I was just kind of not wanting to do that. And people really don't understand, if you put a high price tag on really any vehicle that's got any custom stuff going on, you got to think there's $2,000 in hard cash that goes right into those seats just in material. So I don't want to spend that kind of money, but I'm just trying to emphasize, when you go look at a custom build and it's got custom work on the seats, you got to know that's going to be expensive. A couple years ago I was on the hunt for a set of seats like this, exact ones. These are 3rd gen cloth interior SLT. They got power on the driver's side, and then this one's the passenger's got the slider. It's got the spot for a cubby right here. The other one actually had a cubby here, but I put it in my 08. That was the intent for these black seats. The guy I bought them from, somehow the guy he bought them from sent one that was slightly damaged, so he replaced it with the ones I bought or something, I don't know. He had 2 sets, so I ended up buying them from him. Now these seats right here, I think I paid either $500 or $600 for the 2 front seats and the center. Still leaves me with the back seat that doesn't match. And this is where this plan's really gonna suck, because I've spent many hours building this little contraption right here. I'll show it to you. And that was all to put the factory 2nd gen rear seat in it. And she went in beautifully. I mean, it worked out perfect, and I was pretty happy. There's always something else to pop up on Marketplace. And I'll show you guys how these seats in the front actually fit in. Now I just put the seats out of my 08 5500 in here just so I could drive it around. Built little brackets up here so they got a bolt hole thread in, drilled and tapped that piece of angle and drilled her there. These will go straight through, big support underneath. So 3rd gen seats are arguably a perfect fit for this. I guess the 4th gen would be the same kind of deal. Well, we got black front seats and we got a tan back seat. Well, check out what I found and offered him $500 for. A set of 3rd gen heated LARAMIE leather seats. So we're going to put these things in there, but we're not going to stop there, because we got both the fronts, the center, But check it out. The 3rd gen seats fit in here even better. Only downside is I'm gonna have to put a, you know, piece of tape or something, block off, nice tape, sticker kind of a deal, so it blocks off being able to see the seats in the back window. But look how these fit. Now I'm gonna have to extend my 2nd gen mounts out to here so I can have a bolt come down here, and then I got to build one more. No, dos mas. Oh no, I think that'll be that bad. We can run a single and then put a T on it out there in the center. So there is the plan. You guys are caught up to speed. Long-winded, but that is what we're after today, is to get those 3rd gen rear seats mounted. And again, they are full factory 3rd gen LARAMIE leathers, and they are all going to match. That's not one. That's just a tradesman 3rd gen seat that doesn't have anything. I'm excited. Let's get to work. These seats on their own time, they're not easy to deal with. They're actually very troublesome. So this is going to take a little trial and error. I was thinking I could have them. I just need to put that block on there and just start trying to figure some stuff out, because they do not want to fit the way you'd hope. The weird geometry of these things, the back actually moves up and down as the front flips down. At least the 2nd gen ones do. Let's try to break our fingers here. Yep. Well, I guess first things first is I got to cut that piece out that I made back here, because it's not going to do us any good, unfortunately. There's hours of building that thing, positioning it, which I kind of felt like this might come down to this, which sucks. Alright, seat down, seat on the back. That's like 5 hours. Gosh. Man, what a bummer. That thing fixed good too. Oh, man. Should have known. While you guys were watching me grind on that, I had the bandsaw over there running. Zipped out 2 of these. Just need a 4-inch extension on each side, and then we got to do the same thing in the center. Something like that, and I'm going to box this in with a nice piece of sheet metal to end the day off so that it looks nice. So we got to go get the welder fired up, and we got a new welder. You have to check out V-Belt & Son channel for the full review, but you guys will be getting a treat of it right now in this video. But it is, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Fevor, and we're running gas. So she's a real gem. No flux core with this one. And it's a lot of fun to run this thing. Well. I have to do the nice thing and grind the sides down quick. Might need to turn her up just a tuckle. Yep, a lot more than a tickle. Damn. Not bad, George. Freaking glowing hot right there, boy. This little devil rips. Never or say that that older welder I've been using forever has been bad at all. But man, four tacks, that thing probably all that seat would need, but we're gonna buzzer all the way home. Let's get the upside down well done first. I'm not gonna lie, it laid down a really nice bead. Again, that's V grooved in there, so she's doing great. Well, I got lucky and simply just extended these like I showed you. I went ahead and made a whole nother center section, and I unfortunately ran out of gas. I didn't even think I had hardly any to start off with, and well, I was right. So here's my new piece. Finish her out with flux core. Woo! That should play ball. What do you guys think? Right there. That's actually turned out really well. Just for, there was no fitment testing, it just was measurement, cut, weld, slap it in. Damn, good deal right there. So I'm just going to tack this in, then rip the seats back out so I can finish welding it, and just got to drill a couple holes. There was no centering pins for these ones apparently. Wonder why the hell that one's all wheelied out. These things got a little wheelie to them. Why has that one got a wheelie? Let me show you. It's got a big old wheelie. Settle down. Am I gonna have to do some shaving or something? What in the world? Look at that wheelie. Get down. Well, I'll just hit her with a bolt and that'll settle that wheelie down, but that's perfect. I don't know what happened here. Oh, that 20/20 hindsight thing really kicked in just the other day. Original plan with this was actually to put 3rd gen rear seats in it, but a buddy that well, he's still my buddy, but buddy I got, he said he got a set to match my back seats. He'll kick in, but they ain't here. So I just put in what I had, and now we're reinventing the wheel, second time over, but I like these a lot better, so it worked out real slick. Let's see if this works. I got one bolt in it. Somehow they actually stay back. The other ones, there was no chance of them staying back, so what I'm thinking, magnet. That would be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be, I just got to put a couple more pieces of hardware in it. I'm going to put another set of holes in the middle of my bracket right here, so I can put a bolt mid-flight, because this back stuff ain't going to be strong enough to count on it 100%. It will help. How's our gap? I didn't even think about that. It's not bad. I mean, Ain't perfect, but it ain't bad. I could dig on that. I don't mind that at all. Alright, let's get our... I think honestly by the time I'm done filming all this stuff, I could have built this truck twice over, but doing it for you guys. Alright, hell yeah, brother. In the truck again, drilling holes in my truck again. How many more holes can I put in the truck again? I just don't. How many holes did I weld in this truck already? Jackass over here put more holes in it. Don't make no sense. Drilling more holes in my truck again. Wow. Oh, that's a lot of holes in my truck. Feel pretty solid. Oh, damn. That actually worked out really well. And get the other seat slapped in here. I think I'm about 4 bolts short. Yep, you guys probably can't see, it's dark in here. My light broke. Sorry. That's just the way she goes sometimes. Oh, what the heck? Apparently I found a couple bolts. Shh, don't tell nobody. These are the bolts for the fenders off of the second gen that this was robbed from. Alright. Well, if you're any taller than 6 foot, back seat's not going to be ideal for you. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to duck and cover as we're driving. But to be honest, there shouldn't be anybody 6 foot tall on the back of this. Just one of those little details. Are they going to work? And apparently, judging by what the old boy said that I bought them from, and the fact just looking at the wires, the green one is the heat. So we just need to switch on for that. Look at that. Damn, all the functions work like they're supposed to. Now the cool beauty about these is they go seat to seat. Same wiring harness. Let's check the other seat. This seat in from the SLTs, it's a fixed bracket, so it just slides front to back. You don't have any variant, but I'm hoping. Oh, thing of beauty. Look at that. Full function. I mean, it's nothing to be screaming about. It's a probably 15, 16-year-old seat, but the fact that the passengers got that, so it can level it out. So my point being there is, it looked like it was a little off, based on just throwing it together, basically going with what the 66 Dodge had to offer versus like the 06 seats, we can just make up for the seat to floor ratio being a little bit unbalanced. Oh my gosh. All right, the center seat is actually, the hinge part was taken apart, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. But I'm going to go ahead and throw the dash in here so that we get a, you know, how's it look kind of a thing with the dash, because this is a big moment right here. Big moment. You ready to see the interior for the most part put together, except for, you know, carpet paint and roofing material, door cards and all that? I'm going to break down a couple numbers for you. Like I said earlier on, discussed getting those other seats reworked, thousands of dollars in. Man, that eats up my pocketbook. These ones right here, look at them. They're beautiful. Granted, they're from like an 06 Mega Cab, 3rd gen, maybe, I don't know if it's a Mega Cab. But they're a little, got some cracks. But you got to think, they're actually in very good shape. And I paid $650 for the whole set. That's heated, power front seats, plus the back seats to match that are in great shape. Yeah, I do have the center one, but it was taken apart. So, yeah, got to mechanic that, bring her back around. Just, it makes so much more sense because I have nicer, more comfortable seats that just have so much more creature comfort options that a modern vehicle has. Since I'm going through the lengths to have, check her here, the little dash doesn't really cover up the big squirrel cage that goes in a 2nd gen. This is literally out of the donor truck. New heater core, new evaporator, weather stripping. This thing's ready to go. So not only will I have necessarily, you know, I gotta have heat at minimum, but I'll have an air conditioner, climate control that will actually take care of the whole cab. So why not actually, you know, the fact that I found a deal on these seats is one thing that I couldn't pass him up for that price. I offered him, he wanted 8, I offered him 5. We met there about in the middle at $650, and he met me halfway on the drive. So I appreciated that whole kind of a situation. Rather than going through hours and hours of painstaking work to get those other seats redone, because I'd have to do it myself, because if you hire somebody to do it, it'd be so expensive. But right now, all in for $650, and honestly, the front end, that was a couple hours worth of work. Those are done deal. The backs, look at these, boom, boom, and we even got a spot for a little man's car seat to plug in, like a modern rig does. He loves his truck, by the way. Callahan, he runs all over this thing, because, well, I think it's his favorite rig because it's never had seats in it, so he can run around in it like a little playground. Even when he was down here earlier, though, with the back seat in it, he was crawling up on this thing. He's just living it up. So those little modern creature comforts go a long ways. Thank you so much for the support on this channel. I really appreciate it. The numbers are doing awesome. So I'll see you guys in the next one. If you hit the like button on this video, I'd appreciate it a lot. Thank you. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.